I want to talk about voice leading today. I think voice leading is something that really changed my playing forever, and I want to share with you some ideas. That was just an improvisation here, voice leading, some ideas, inspired by Bach, I believe, as I've been working a lot of on the Bach stuff lately. And I want to show you, I've been noticing that the big part of students coming to me and saying, hey, there's like this chord progression I've been jamming on, and I just don't get it. Like, how do I improvise on it? It always comes back to the basic stuff of being able to voice lead through the changes. So, for example, if you have a progression like an E major, like C sharp minor, F sharp, and perhaps let's have a diminished chord. So like a D sharp diminished, D sharp diminished. So that's a 1-6-2-7 progression, which is a variation of the 1-6-2-5, but you get the sound of it. So it's very popular. That's a 5 of 6, that's for later maybe. But basically, the first thing I say is, okay, can you improvise for me a little bit? And a lot of the time, some of my students may know the scale. They might go stuff like, which is okay. I mean, it's not bad if you have a good sense of melody for that. But if you really want to dictate the changes and also become very creative with stuff, a good thing you can do is just start very basically voice leading the chords. So let's break it down. We have an E major, which is the first degree, a nice relative minor C sharp minor chord. A nice second degree F sharp gives us some longing, to go to the scale, but not yet, because we have the 7th degree here, which is very like really brings us with attention back home, right? So now what you're gonna do, you're just gonna take a set of strings and you're just gonna explore voice leading those chords. So E major is right here. It's a first inversion. You have the E on top. Now, very, very like subtle movement. Just changing one note. And I have a second inversion of a C sharp minor, which is our second chord. Then F sharp, you see this F sharp right over here. You get a first inversion of that. And then D sharp, you have D sharp right over here, right? And that's it. Now you have another way of playing that progression. So that just put together would be now I'm in this E major, so I have another round to go. So from now, I'm just going to focus on hitting those triads, right? Because I want to have a very wide control over my progression. And this is just a very basic one, which is great, by the way. Practicing common and basic progressions will really get you far with your understanding on the fretboard. Anyway, so again, we have E major, this time second inversion, into a nice C sharp minor right over here, F sharp minor, same chords. It's a second inversion of that, and then D sharp diminished, the beautiful diminished sound, and I'm back to my E. Putting just that, you already are getting some beautiful sounds out of that progression. And you can imagine how these stuff eventually will become very melodic solos. And now the next step after doing something like that, which is, it's funny to say a next step, but because by saying that, so many people can just start overlooking that steps. I would actually say obsess over that step more than you obsess over just noodling and trying to hope for good melodies to come. Because just by doing that, you're really learning to hear the different voices that are evolved whenever switching to another chord. Well, anyway, the next step is to take that high note here and move it down an octave to form a new set of strings. And now you have the same E major just as a root position. And you keep doing that and you form these arpeggios, right? And that's how you get into stuff like, these type of arpeggios, and then you see, so it's the same exact chord. By taking the high note and pushing it down an octave, you form the next set, and that's how you start coming up with these arpeggios. Then F sharp minor, same idea. Right? So, you see, there's two ways to go about learning the guitar. There's a way which is a very confusing way of trying to figure out everything by yourself, as if you're the first person ever to discover how to learn music on the guitar, which is not true. You know, it's a long way. It's frustrating, and a lot of the time people even get confused. They feel stuck, and eventually they either stop playing or they just stop developing, and that can actually make them feel stuck in a rut for decades. Um, I really had a dream of sharing all of the different lessons I learned through my journey to get unstuck. So my dream was to have like an ideal platform where people can join me on discovering the guitar on a very, very deep level of harmony and melody, so they can be very creative and express themselves freely on the instrument. And I worked very hard for 3 and 4 years, and I came up with a beautiful step-by-step journey that you can experience on my website, weissguitar.com. And now I'm gonna show it to you. Alright, so jumping into the chorus area, we have Galactic Modern Guitar 1, 2, and 3, Melodic Minor, 51 Galactic Jazz licks, and diminished licks in workouts. All different levels. I say, if you join, just take it one step at a time. It's a very comprehensive program I wish we had back in the days. Let's go jump into the foundations here so I can show you some. So you have a progress bar. You can always track your progress. I always like to make sure to have a nice introduction video telling the story, the approach, and some tips for practicing. Some goodies over here that you'll see when you check it out. And then you have the actual course content. So each of the courses I just showed you have modules within them. About 6 to 7 modules, and some prizes and bonuses, which is usually PDFs of my popular YouTube videos. I like putting those there. When you enter the Triads, for example, the first module here, you see you can track your progress here. You can mark this module as complete if you feel like it. You can select if you need any help. I'm always here. You just click need help, write me a message. I'll make sure to reply. And I always like to include some written word in my modules, just to make sure you have everything you need. I always include on-screen tabs and notation and the ability to speed up or slow down. All of the materials and examples are recorded with high quality professional audio. And of course, I always make sure within each of the modules to also include PDFs, different explanations from more theoretical explanations to actually practicing. And we're going to play a lot. There's a lot of playing here in all the courses. It's a lot of playing and a lot of practicing together with me and understanding the different concepts, making sure all the fundamentals are in place, that you're not missing anything, and I mean anything. So, yeah, here's the example of a PDF that you can print out or put on your tablet or iPad or so. And yep, you can navigate right back to the course area. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you around, and I hope to see you there. It's weissguitar.com, that's the website. You can check that out. Here's the whole series right there. If you need even more, you can take the tour on my website and check it out. So that's it, everyone. If you want to master the fundamentals, unleash your creativity, acquire the language, check out Galactic Modern Guitar. The link to do that is in the description of this video. And I hope to see you inside the course. Thanks for tuning in.